Today we'll be looking at dividing radical expressions. So in order for dividing radical expressions, if the nth root of a and the nth root of b are real numbers, and b does not equal 0, then the nth root of a divided by the nth root of b equals the nth root of a divided by b. So let's take a look at some examples. So we're going to divide and simplify assuming all variables are positive. So here we know that the cube root of 32 divided by negative 4. 32 divided by negative 4 is a negative 8. And the cube root of negative 8 equals negative 2. So the second one, we would have the square root of 12 times x to the 4th divided by 3 times x. So 12 divided by 3 is 4. X to the 4th divided by x is x to the 3rd. So the square root of 4 is 2. We have 3 x's, so we can take one group out. We're left with 1 x. So 2x times the square root of x. Alright, so take a look at our last one. We have the cube root of 162 x to the 5th divided by 3 times x squared. 162 divided by 3 is 54. X to the 5th divided by x squared is x to the 3rd. So let's factor 54. You know it's 2 and 27, 3 and 9, 3 and 3. So we have one grouping of 3, a 2 left over. Take out our x. So it's 3x times by square root of 2. Alright, let's look at how we can rationalize the denominator. So we want to make sure we don't have a radical in our denominator. So in order to get rid of our square root of 3, we're going to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the square root of 3. So here we have the square root of 2 times 3. And the square root of 3 times the square root of 3 equals 3. So we have the square root of 6 divided by 3. And we can't simplify that anymore, so we're left with the square root of 6 divided by 3. So to rationalize this one, we need to, this is supposed to extend, so we have the square root of 5 times xy times by the square root of 5 times xy. So that will equal the square root of 7x times by 5x times y, all divided by square root of 5x times y equals the square root of 5x times y equals just 5xy. So when we go to simplify this, we have 35 x squared times y divided by 5x y. We want to just look at 35 to see if we can simplify it any further. We know it's 5 and 7, which we can't, so we're just going to leave it. We can pull out our x, so we have x times the square root of 35y divided by 5xy. We can reduce this even further. Our x's cancel out to become 1. X divided by x is 1. So we have the square root of 35y divided by 5y. So let's look at our last example. So here, this means we have the cube root of 2 divided by the cube root of 3x. So that means we need to multiply it 2 more times, so we have 3. So in our numerator, we're going to have the cube root of 2 times 3x all over 3x times the cube root of 3x times the cube root of 3x times the cube root of 3x is 3x. So if we simplify this, 2 times 3 times 3 is 18. We know we can't factor in those, so this is going to stay as the cube root of 18, x squared divided by 3x. And that's our final answer. It does not simplify anymore.